Hello, welcome to the conversation for today. Today's conversation is titled The African Dilemma. Let me start this with a poem written, I think, by Chinua Achebe. It said, "Poor black mother, waiting for so long for her infant child to come of age and comfort her. But she could not be comforted because they are not." For a very long time, it's been assumed and agreed that Nigeria will be the locomotive that will drive Africa out of the gloom of the past into a very bright future. And everything is well lined up for this nation called Nigeria. The African belief is that the past, now, and the future is just a continuous line. For everything we do, we take into the consideration our ancestors that are gone, the people that are living now, and the yet unborn. And from that perspective, let us look at Africa. Our past, the best thing we've done with our past was to develop magic. And they said the future is rooted in the past. If that is true, then we have to analyze our tomorrow from what we've been able to do in the past. For we to do that, we need to look also at another nation that has passed through that line and what they've been able to do, analyzing their future and seeing what they were able to do from their past in the now. Japan will be the nation I will take as an example. They were very good at miniaturing. And when they get technology, what they did with it was that they start miniaturing everything around them. And it was so great that the strength of their products was from the inside. It's strong from the inside up till outside, just like them, the Japanese. Just like they did in the past, they did with technology, and it was great. Now let us refocus our gaze on Africa. If what we have done in the past was our magic, now if we get technology, we'll take it to another level, just like we took magic to another level. We'll start doing things that will baffle the world. That's what it meant. I'm not saying that we should continue with magic. Please don't get me wrong. But we'll take things to another level. Most of what the Western world is grappling with now, we understand it. When remote control came into play, people understand it because they understand it from the magical point of view. People can do you magic from afar, remote control. When television came into play, people understand it from what has been done with magic. People put water out there and say some incantation and they will see you where you are. So it's not new. It's just repacked as far as Africa is concerned. When they discovered the wormhole that can shorten distance, Africa knew about that. In the Yoruba language, they call it Kanoku. It's not surprising. And all that we have in our DNA, we are not to continue with magic, but we are to use what we have been able to do with magic now on a physical level in science. And we will get there because it's already in our DNA. But there's a problem. The spiritual past of Africa has been damaged because of the carrot of corruption that is being used to divide us. Now, the locomotive that was to drive Africa out of the ghetto of our past has been damaged because of corruption. There is no engine in the locomotive. There is no fuel there. Even the rail on which it is meant to run has been stolen. That is the condition of Africa now. Nigeria, that was to be the locomotive that would drive Africa out, do not have electricity. Without electricity, you can't conceive of anything. The companies are migrating away from Nigeria. How is she going to be a locomotive that will deliver the rest of Africa out of our poverty? Now let us go to the Nigerian government of the present day, the government of Muhammad Buhari. It's been proved that Muhammad Buhari is a sincere leader. He's ready to fight corruption. But fighting corruption by itself doesn't deliver us the future we are looking for. We need something more than that. We need electricity and peace. We need conducive atmosphere in which the creativity of the people of Nigeria and thereby the creativity of everybody in Africa will be able to come into fruition. Lagos was meant to be the financial capital that will help all the rest of Africa. People can migrate to Lagos from all over Africa and help themselves, but we need electricity. What we are begging this present regime to do, if it is just one thing they do during their time in office, is to deliver to us electricity, continuous, constant electricity. If the roads are bad, let it be bad. We will do it after. If other things are not done, please, President Muhammad Buhari, please, we are begging you, use the whole of your strength and the whole of your goodness as a leader, that trust that people have in you, use it to deliver the electricity to us. We understand you are fighting corruption. We understand that and we are grateful. But more than just fighting corruption, let the electricity be stable in Nigeria. If we have that, we have everything. The industries will return back. Then we'll have the money to make the road good. We'll have the money to improve salary. People are creative. Nigerians are creative. The Africans are creative. They are the most creative people in the whole of the world. But that creativity needs a very good atmosphere. If you give us electricity, constant electricity, you can take any of our islands that surrounds our nation to start nuclear plant that will not be too close to us, but will still not be too far, and use that to generate electricity for us. We'll have enough and even more to sell to the rest of the Africans. And that will deliver Africa from this gloom of the ghetto we are in now into that bright future. Maybe that's the reason God created you. You rule for the first time. They put full point in your government. But God has brought you back now to have a fullness of government. You've had 4 years of fighting corruption. Use this other 4 years to install electricity for us. Use all the money you've been able to get from the corrupt past and the one you are going to get to develop electricity for the people of Nigeria. God will bless you, and with that, you will be able to deliver this nation. Thank you. You're welcome.